Greetings to each and every single one of my kinfolk. It just so happens to be I. Proud representative of
the highest order.
Coming at y'all today for the first time in a long time. And to be effing honest, a lot of shit has effing changed in your boy's life. You know, little superficial one going on. At least it seems superficial on the surface. Cut my hair. I'll get into the reason why I did that. And we're really just gonna dive into how cannabis can help you deal with the rough times. Because one of the reasons I haven't been uploading so much recently is because your boy has been going through some rough times, and I just didn't feel like making videos, to be honest. Just didn't feel like making them, so I didn't. So, just a few days before my birthday this year, I was told that my grandma was in the hospital. And it was, you know, at first it seemed like it was just something to be alarmed by, of course, but nothing that felt imminently life-threatening at the time. And make a long story short, while she was in the hospital, we found out that she very likely had a large amount of cancer in her lungs. And we were pretty much told that she wasn't gonna make it too much longer. You know, we had the option of chemotherapy, but in order to even get a biopsy to make sure that it was cancer, they would have to take out a piece of her lung, and she was already 80 years old, and that would likely could have collapsed her lung, so we didn't see that as a good option. So we took her back home and just cared for her in hospice care, and she eventually passed away in the room that she was staying in at my parents' house for the past couple years. Now, that's definitely making light of some rather traumatic things that happened in the process of her passing away, because lung cancer is not a pretty end at all. Very, very painful, and it wasn't easy going through that. But I do have to say this, and you know, I'm not trying to preach to anybody or anything like that, just a personal thought from an experience that I went through personally. I really, really did appreciate, even as difficult as it was, to be able to be there and help in whatever capacity I was able to when my grandma was passing away. So I'd just like to let you guys know, if you're ever going through something similar, even though it might seem hard at first, you should definitely try and put your best effort forward to really just be there as much as you can and help in whatever ways you can, because there's a lot of things that could end up getting dropped on to only a couple of family members, and if you guys are really able to divide the load, it makes the whole process a lot easier. Another thing that made the process a lot easier, tying this all into the highest order, was smoking weed. Because there'd be times where it was really fucking emotionally taxing to see my grandma in the state that she was in. So, stepping outside for a bit, just taking a couple of puffs off a joint and allowing myself to just breathe and, let out any emotions that were there, that really, really did help the process. And I felt like the weed was able to open me up in a way where I didn't feel so beaten down and kind of curled up into a ball by everything. It really let me just cry when I had to, and put me in a place of appreciation and really just thinking about the good times, because my grandma, she was definitely a pivotal person in my life. So I'd say this is definitely the passing of somebody that was the closest to me that I've had so far. So it was really a transformative experience. Because I grew up, both my parents constantly working pretty like timely work shifts, and my grandma was the one who would actually take me to school and watch me from time to time, and she really played a pivotal role in my life. And I will always cherish the sense of humor that I feel she was able to instill in me, and the undying childlike nature, because she was always a really fun person who loved to dance and joke around, and definitely wasn't a perfect person. Nobody is, but I really do appreciate everything that she gave me. And smoking weed and getting fucking pretty blasted while in an emotional state like that, I feel it really helped me not feel so beaten down by everything, and I was able to look at things in a different perspective and not feel so beaten up by it all. Like I said, it was hard, but I'm glad I was able to be there and help my parents through it, and we had a lot of friends and family who came and helped as much as they could as well. So it was a tough time, but fucking weed really helped it out. This right here, actually, this maintenance and repair CBD balm from Real Wellness. That's not an ad or anything. I just bought this and it worked pretty good. This really did help my grandma out, because when people are in beds for a really long time, they start to get really swollen legs, and just the dying process itself physically. There's a lot of little details that I don't want to get into, but they're rather grisly. And I was able to use this to relieve her a lot, and that was pretty awesome, because it was actually pretty miraculous how well this worked when putting it on her swollen legs and feet, because they were causing her a lot of pain, and just that it was pretty cool to see how quickly that stuff relieved her. And shout outs to that company for putting out some good shit, and shout outs to this awesome plant for helping me throughout that difficult process, and just making a kind of unbearable situation that much easier. Of course, it was also with the help of friends, family, loved ones, that also played a huge role, and I just am very appreciative. Very appreciative. And the hair, I don't know if you know this, I know a lot of people are always like, what the fuck are you? I can't tell what you are racially. Well, as far as I know, I'm mixed with Spanish, black, and I grew up on an Indian reservation in California, so that too. And with the Native American roots being, pretty firm since I grew up on a reservation, I practice a lot of those ways, and one of those ways includes cutting your hair when you're in mourning, and putting it with the person who is passing, and that's what I did. So hair gone, it's weird, feels weird, but it's cool too. My hair will grow back. It's whatever. It's just hair. But in case you're wondering about that, I told you. Thanks. Thanks for watching. Highest Order, definitely going to be dropping more regular content again. Thanks for watching. Hallelujah, holla back. Keep praying, baby.